This is Ryan Riggs of Death Metal. Today we're going to be checking this guy out. This is the TGB-1 from Fowl Sounds. Let's hear it. goes. All right, so we've heard the pedal in action. You heard it in a mix. You heard it by itself. So we're gonna chat about it a little bit. I've got the manual pulled up in front of me here. I might throw it up as a thumbnail. Let me see. The TGB-1 is a tonal and artistic collaboration between Fowl Sounds and Blake of Iwas. Sorry if I mispronounced it. That's what we're going with. It's meant for use with medium to high gain amps to tighten and punish. The TGB-1 is two parallel overdrives combined with a blend control and pushed through a switchable active EQ. In layman's terms, one half of this is a Rat, the other half is a Tube Screamer, SD1, whatever style overdrive. A Rat distortion pedal, it can be used like a straight up kind of medium gain distortion. You can really kind of push it to make it sound kind of more like a fuzz. Think like OG, like Sleep. You can also use it as an overdrive and try to just add a little bit of extra gain on top of whatever amp you're already using. Personally, that's how I love to use a Rat. The fuzz thing's fun sometimes, but 9 times out of 10, for me and my own personal taste, yeah, I'm more of a boosted amp kind of guy. Then the blend control, if you've got it all the way to the left, you have just the Rat circuit. If you have it all the way to the right, it's just the overdrive or Tube Screamer circuit. I don't know if it's actually based off of a TS9. I think it is, like an 808 TS9 style overdrive. Yeah, because it has the tilt control, which is a tilt style EQ, just like the tone knob works on a Tube Screamer. And adjacent to that is the filter control, just like the filter control on a Rat pedal. It's just, which is a low pass filter. Let me see. Then you also have one of my favorite features is the frost knob, which this works exactly like the tone knob on your guitar would. So if you have it rolled all the way to the right, you know, it's like your default sound. The main feature of this, I feel like, would be to turn it all the way over to the left, and then it's kind of like rolling off the tone of your guitar. Which I know a lot of us metal guys, we either have ditched the tone control or have a guitar that never even came with one. So that's a neat feature. Why would you want that? Only if you are a big fan of the Celtic Frost, rolled off, almost cocked wah kind of tone, which I love. I remember spending way too much time researching, trying to figure out how to achieve that tone. And that's what it is. Also, you could dial in sort of like an obituary kind of thing, because they also did the tone control trick, and they boosted their Marshalls. I believe Trevor still does this. Boosts a Marshall with a Proco Rat distortion. So, you know, run it on the Rat, roll the tone knob off, boom, instant obituary. I kind of like having the blend knob leaning, like start off at noon and you have an equal split of both overdrives or both pedals, both sides. But I like to roll it just a little bit over, I guess it would be like about 10, 11 o'clock. So it's favoring the Rat, but you still get a little bit of boost and EQ and just a tiny little bit of dirt from the Tube Screamer side. But then if you hit the tone button down here at the bottom, that brings in this low and high control and basically turns this thing into a modified HM2. And you can do the Swedish chainsaw thing. I thought it was a really fun, really cool tone to have that going. Basically do the HM2 thing on my preferred settings, to where you're getting not really much gain out of the Tube Screamer side, getting quite a bit from the Rat. Frost knob all the way off, so you've got the Celtic obituary kind of thing going. But yeah, and then hitting that chainsaw tone. And the frost knob almost helps kind of, it just sort of rolls off some of like those harsher frequencies, and I don't know, it adds a new texture to the chainsaw sound. Let me see. Yeah, I would say the low and the high controls on here are only engaged when the tone foot switch is turned on. Just what I figured. But yeah, so this can be used for so many different applications. From, if you've already got a pretty high gain amp like 5150 or a dual rack or something like that, and you're just a Tube Screamer guy, you can kick this on, and then you've got some extra options on there just to experiment with. If you want to get more of like that thick, woolly, almost fuzz kind of sound from the Rat, if you want to use the Rat side more of it, if you want to get that boosted, little bit of a mid push, maybe a little bit more low mids or something, kind of. That's another fun thing, is the Rat side tends to favor more low mids, where the Tube Screamer is more that upper kind of high mid. I think it says what frequency here. Maybe not. But you all know the mid hump that Tube Screamer usually has. So you can kind of use the blend control to play between the two, which one favors it more. Which to me, this is a great studio tool. You can just dial in so much with it. Normally, I kind of I'm like a lot of people where you've seen so many of the Proco Rats, so many Tube Screamers, so many HM2 variants at this point, that alone may or may not excite you, unless it's just like loaded with cool features like the Medusa pedal that I recently demoed. It's like, yeah, it's an HM2, but God, it does so much more. Well, this combining, it's like a best of classics, and the ability to blend the tones is what makes this unique for me. Like some of the stuff I can get from this, it beats having to, I don't know, you could get something like, I don't know who makes the blender, it's some kind of loop blender pedal. I think Old Blood Noise Endeavors makes one where you can loop in several pedals and blend them together. But this cuts out all kinds of running like multiple pedals and cables. It's just all right here. Not to mention, I've got a gush on this. I mentioned this in the unboxing. This is one of the coolest looking pedals I've ever had. I love the design. And I ended up checking out the band solely because of this pedal. I had never heard of them before. Really, really cool. Kind of, I don't know. I'm not super familiar with a lot of the Doom subgenres. Kind of it reminds me of like a little bit of Pentagram, maybe a dash of Cathedral kind of stuff. Super, super cool. Very doomy, very ambient stuff. So yeah. I want to thank Mike at Fowl Sounds for sending this out to me. We've talked about collaborating for a while, and I'm glad it did finally culminated in this really sick pedal that is going to be invaluable in my studio collection. With that said, all links will be down below. Thank you guys for checking this out, and we will see you next time. Peace.